be to put you through the onboarding of the standard OpenClaw. Wait, do I tell that? Sorry, I'm hesitating because I'm very self-conscious about how much I talk. And I'm realizing as I talk to a psychiatrist that this is actually an anxiety dimension of my ADHD. Do you want like the narrative form of this? Kyle, I need you to prompt me. I need you to coach me. You want a story? You just want me to cut the shit and get to a demo? What's your flavor?
I think, okay, so full disclosure, I don't have a lot of time here. I'm going to have to leave in like 30 minutes because I have kids and life.
I thought you were going to say 30 seconds. I got 30 seconds. Wrap it up, Daze.
Yeah, right. No, 30 mins. So, but I don't want to derail what you guys are doing. Like, why don't you just, if you want, give me a quick demo, that's cool. But otherwise, just vibe, and I'll just jump in where I'll pick it up as we go.
Just Nick, give him a demo so he can see what we're working on, because we're just waiting for. This thing's just running in the background anyways, and I'm getting set up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second to get it set up. So while I get it set up, Julian, will you give him a little preamble?
Yeah. So at the beginning of March, we basically started running. So like everyone got all hyped up on OpenClaw, and we played with it, and we were excited, but noticed a lot of rough edges. And we decided, hey, this is useful. We find it useful. How will other people find it useful if they didn't have to do all the rough edges that we discovered? So like when you install OpenClaw, it's like you jump into your terminal, you install an npm package, you run a bunch of commands. It's like, Nick's dad is not going to do that on his Mac.
Right.
And then even when you get past all that stuff, there's like to get it to do all the cool stuff you really want it to do, like read your emails and respond autonomously for you and all that fun stuff. You have to do stuff like go into the Google Cloud Console and create an OAuth app and get the credentials and then give those to your agent, and then it can start to do some interesting stuff. But then you run into all kinds of other problems where, like, if you keep a conversation running too long, all of a sudden your tokens are starting to cost like $200 a day, and there's just all kinds of little sort of things you have to learn as you go along in order to get the most out of it. And we're like, okay, what if we figured out all those things and we just spun up a version of OpenClaw we just spun up OpenClaw for a bunch of people. So we did that. I rented a VPS where I can run probably up to about 10 or 12 OpenClaw instances for people. And so far we've run how many, Nick? 7 or 8?
Yeah.
So we have 7 or 8 OpenClaw instances that we've run, or that we have run and have shut down or are currently running for people. And where we did some of that nice stuff where we said, like, okay, you don't have to learn how to jump in the terminal to run this thing. We're just going to do that hard part for you. We're going to get you set up on Telegram so that you can talk to your bot over Telegram instead of having to log into a website or, whatever. And so now we're at the point where, like, we've had these people running on these things for about a month.
And to be extra clear, on like raw dog OpenClaw, like on our infrastructure, but still OpenClaw.
Yeah, we've done some light modification. Like we've changed, we've given it some base, like soul document stuff to help it along, but beyond that, we've done nothing. This is just like regular OpenClaw. We're just running for people.
Right.
And it's been interesting. We have what I'd say there's probably like 3 people that are using it actively, Nick, like the most active and are most interesting.
Who are these people?
So
just
one of them,
people from our network.
Yeah, just people from our network. But probably the most interesting one is probably Nick. I think you'd agree with this. Is the recruiter. So there's a person who we're working with who's a recruiter, and what he's managed to do is actually prompt his familiar, which is what we're calling this project, to build him a full-blown applicant tracking system that he wants to replace the SaaS version of that he's currently paying money for. So that's weird. But then again, he keeps every time he tries to run it, he keeps running into all kinds of different little problems. Like it's not a general purpose coding agent, so it like does a bunch of boneheaded stuff like delete the entire code base by accident. It does like, and then it's like
your password as plain text.
Yeah, stores your password as plain text. It does all kinds of dumb stuff, right? Like it's not very smart about how it does it. And I'm sure if you spent a lot of time doing deep customization on OpenClaw, you could probably get it to be smarter and work better for that kind of stuff. But we're talking about a guy who's a recruiter, not a programmer, not a hacker, not a person who wants to tinker on a Linux box. So he's not going to do all that stuff. So we've been observing him and a couple of other people do all these different things. And now we're working on a version of our own, which is not OpenClaw. It's just our own agent sort of framework and product that we're building called Familiar. And that's what this live stream has been about. It's just me kind of jumping on every now and then to see. It's just to work on it in public.
Yeah, a couple more things, Kyle. Like one that I would add to that. One, it's so like when Julian and I first set this up for me, this is back in like February, the ancient days of 8 weeks ago. It took me 4 hours to get set up. And the entire way I was like, this is unacceptably bogus. On top of that, there was a light bulb moment at the end of that where I was like, holy shit, this is everyone's going to want this on some timeline. It just has to be so much simpler. I told Julian, like, if we can get people up and running on this in 4 minutes instead of 4 hours, we're cooking with gas. We've gotten it down to 40 minutes, which is simultaneously still insane. But relative to 4 hours in 8 weeks' time, I'll take the win. And there's still a lot of obvious low-hanging fruit. But part of this is Familiar, which is like basically an OpenClaw compatible custom infrastructure. Yeah, go ahead, Kyle.
Who can get up and running in 40 minutes? Like a former software engineer, or current software engineer, or a dad?
Total layperson, although it involves us being in the loop.
It's like us hand holding you through the process of getting set up.
Got it.
Yeah. So we're still I'm going to be vulnerable both for posterity on this live stream, but also with my buddy Kyle in an excited and optimistic way about how many banana pants problems there are here. Like thing number one, it's still so fucking complicated. Like we're not even close. Like we're like Julian and I, and again, how close could you get in 8 weeks? And like, this isn't our full-time thing and like whatever. Still, we're not even close. That's thing number one. Thing number two, it's still so expensive. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So is the idea, I mean, well, you guys are just playing and tinkering, but like, I mean, in theory, as the cost comes down and models get better, you have the scaffolding and then you just plug in a new model that's like not as dumb about a bunch of this shit, right?
Yes. And on top, so I think that's like the 18-month plan or 24-month plan to like mainstream consumer adoption, if that's where this ends up. But I think there is a much nearer term plan that Julian and I are talking about that are coming from this small cohort of users we already have on OpenClaw. And we're watching, like, in what ways are they all struggling in the same way, even though they're different people in different industries and whatever. I think there's a much nearer enterprise thing to be done here, where like our ability to make money and say, hey, Kyle, you can have this thing for $20 a month and we still make money. We are 2 years away from that, probably. But our ability to say to a recruiter or an accountant or a real estate agent or whatever, hey, this is your 24/7, 365, like 2 years out of school, like junior employee that like you can actually delegate shit to, and they work for, it's for software a lot of money, but for that value, not a lot of money, right? A minimum wage employee is going to cost you $3,000 a month. Maybe we charge you $1,500 a month, and you get, again, they don't rest or take breaks, right? In that $1,000 to $2,000 a month enterprise license range, I think if we can build something valuable enough that a business, small or large, would say, yeah, we'll pay that, the unit economics could work much sooner. But we are way farther away from my brother Chris, like, paying $20 a month for this and getting value out of it, and us not just taking $100 bills and lighting them on fire all day long. So anyway, it's a lot. Let me show you what we've got so far. And then I want you to, later, if you're curious, be like, oh, that's underwhelming. What did they just show me? And then I want you to go watch like an OpenClaw onboarding on YouTube and just be like, oh, I get it. Hold on, let's go share screen.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can imagine, based on Julian's quick little, you have to connect it. I mean, getting anything off the ground in the dev world is, you have to spin up all the services and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
That's my least favorite part. Oh.
Ooh, is there a migration I need to run, Julian?
Where did you branch from? Maine?
Maine, yeah.
What is the error?
400 type error.
Oh no, it says your credit balance is too low on the Anthropic API. Wait, that can't possibly be right.
This is pointing to our API, and if so, that means somebody just plowed through our tokens.
Yeah, I just bought.
You just put in $250 like a couple hours ago, right?
Yeah, so that would be concerning.
Wait, do you not throttle your users at all?
Not really yet, no. Kyle's like, how do I get in on this alpha?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Nick, are you sure you're using our key? Because I'm showing $227 in our.
Oh, well, see, I was kind of hoping you did blow through it and be like, Kyle, look how much is getting used. Where would I have set this key in my, maybe this is my key and maybe I do need to top it up. Fuck. Hold on. Sorry, Kyle, this is underwhelming.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay for this at all.
What's interesting, this is another area where where it's not sexy, and if we do it right, nobody even pays attention. But hold on, guys. I actually got to take a quick call. Hold on. Sorry.
So Kyle, have you been playing with OpenClaw at all?
No.
Have you been playing with anything AI lately?
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
I use Claude a lot for like legal documents. Like, look over this contract and like red flags and all that. Just like I'll just have conversations with it about like finances and like portfolio management and stuff like that. And then when Opus 4.6 dropped, that's when I first started like actually building with it. I just didn't really have time to like. I had not opened up like VS Code in like a year and a half or 2 years, and I didn't have time to like actually code. But then I was like, wait, there's a model here that like it's kind of like a no code situation. Like I have time to just like be a project manager, so I built a like a super bespoke meal planning app for my family. So
interesting.
It's just like. There's a settings tab with like all the people in my family and like all of our macro goals and like our likes and dislikes. And then on any given week, I tell it like who's in town and who's not.
Do you have macro goals for your children too? Like,
no, mainly me and Monica.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, okay, kids, you got to get your macros in line.
I mean, like decent protein content in general.
Sure.
Protein and stuff. But no, mainly macros for Monica and I. And then like it knows Monica's a vegetarian and all that stuff. And and then it just like on any given week, it creates a bunch of recipes, builds a shopping list for me. Actually, like of all the recipes, I get to select which ones I like or don't, give notes like this one sucks, give me a new batch. And then it builds my shopping list. And then afterwards I just like rate everything. And then it just uses that database to grow, like saves the recipes I want and uses my rating information for future recipe ideas. So I've used it like for the past, like pretty religiously for the past like month or month and a half. And like so far, every single recipe I've banged out with it. There's like some hairy, like in the middle of cooking, I'll be like, oh, that is way too much salt. Like a couple things here and there. But for the most part, I've been able to like on the fly tweak, and my family has rated every single meal 4 stars or above.
Wait, what is this? What is it? What tool are you using for this?
Claude. It's just a, it's like a little app that I built for just meal planning for my family.
Nice.
And I told Julian it knows all our macro goals and our like likes and dislikes, and I tell it who's, if Monica's traveling, I'm like, ignore her for the week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Clark.
I love it.
Hey, Clark, when did you lose those big old chompers?
What?
When did you lose them? Did you just lose
for one tooth?
You lose? Is that your first tooth you lost?
No.
You lost the bottom tooth.
Oh, this is old.
It's been a while since you've had kids losing teeth, Nick. That's not the first one to go, believe it or not.
I know.
Yeah, this is the great though. The way he lost it, he was playing catch and got hit in the face with a football, and it popped out.
Holy smoke!
But it was still a baby tooth, right? That wasn't like okay. Good.
It was loose.
It was already loose.
It was about ready to come. It still felt pretty in there, but yeah, he got popped. And
nice.
I mean, I've never seen somebody get hit in the face with like blood coming out of their mouth with a bigger grin on their face. He was like, I lost my tooth.
That's honestly, that's a better way to do it, because like the slow, like it keeps like by the time it's hanging on by a thread, it's just uncomfortable.
Right. You want to kind of pop.
So Clark, good for you. Good for you taking the football to the face to get your tooth out.
Right. The other one's about ready to go too now. Oh, you want me to pull it out right
now? Cool. But
anyway, so yeah, that's the extent of my building. I'd call it vibe coding, but I literally didn't code anything.
Oh, that's definitionally vibe coding. So you didn't even look. So you didn't look at the code at all. Like you just let it do its thing.
Not really.
Yeah, that's vibe coding.
I mean, isn't it more like vibe product management?
No, that's when people say vibe coding. That's what they mean. They mean like you literally just don't look at the code that it produces.
Oh, okay.
And you just prompt it to get things to work like that. At least to me, that's vibe coding.
Got it. I assumed vibe coding meant you were at least somewhat coding.
Nope. No definition. I think, well, at least as far as the definitions that I've heard that I agree with, it's like you literally don't look at the code.
Yeah.
Because there's code being produced.
Right.
There's coding happening, but it's all on vibes.
Yeah, it's all vibes. And I mean, there's no users, there's no passwords, there's no like private keys. It's all contained, self-contained. I have no like external database.
Where does it run? Out of curiosity.
It runs as an Claude artifact, like right in the browser there.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I got to the point where it was like, you might want to think about breaking this out. And I was like, nope, I'm going to stop iterating then, because I don't really feel like maintaining like a Postgres database or like doing anything like that.
You should, Kyle, you should play. Have you played with Vercel at all?
No.
It's a VERCEL. It's like just a really easy, you could like deploy little apps, and it'll give you a URL, and they have like very simple like databases, and like they can run very simple node apps. I wouldn't use it to like host major infrastructure for a public project, but like as far as like you being like, oh, how do I get this out of a Claude artifact onto like a tablet in my kitchen at a URL? Like it's great for that. It's very user friendly. You can use it from the command line. You can integrate it into Claude with a Claude integrate, like an MCP server, or like Claude integration. There's a lot you can do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility I could go that direction. It is a little annoying right now. Like, I was every now and again, I'd like ask for an update, and it would just like, yeah, like wipe everything. Like, oh, great, my recipes are gone. So now I like periodically just export JSON to like at least save my data and have a backup. So right now it works for me.
Cool. Nick, do you want to keep going on this demo?
Yeah, I finally got my thing back. All right, so should I narrate or should I just go through?
I mean,
hey Nick, I'm here. Just came online. Actually, you're the first person I've ever talked to. I need to get my clock synced up to yours, so I'm not pinging you at 3 a.m. Where are you based? I'm gonna say Manhattan Beach.
Wait, where are those autocompletes coming from?
I've got one of those Alfred, but it's like Raycast. It's like one of those fucking utility guys that pops up a little command bar kind of deal.
Okay.
So Kyle, a couple things. One, here's like one little UX like thing. We noticed that one of the top values of OpenClaw is like the first turn push notification, but when you run OpenClaw on your own like Mac, it'll use your IP address and it'll figure out where you are. But if you deploy it on a like VPS, it'll be set to whatever your server time is. And so people like our users were like getting notifications at all hours, and they're like, why does it keep forgetting? I wanted a morning briefing and it gave it to me at 4 p.m. What the hell? Like, and it took us a minute to realize what was going on. So now we're like really making time zone a critical piece of this. So Julian and I have so much fun making up stories. So like what always falls through the cracks for you? I'm on the Artemis capsule right now, and I forgot my toothbrush. I lost it. I lost my toothbrush. 0G. Am I right? It's good psychological good psychological guardrails we got on this guy. You're right. I was joking. Eating vegetables is my kryptonite. But that's not true. I love vegetables. So then we asked, like, who are the 2 or 3 people you most interact with? I'm like, well, my buddies, Kyle and Julian, are hanging out with me right now. We go way back. And my daughter, name is Nellie. We've got our core crew, Kyle and Julian for good times, and Nellie's Happy Spread. One comes taking care of yourself, specifically the whole eating your greens thing. That's where the system breaks down. Sounds like what you need is someone who can nudge you towards stuff. Yeah. Am I reading you right? Yeah, that's fair. I also like concise, neutral to positive communication. Whatever. This is all just, I'm just actually just being bullshit right now. So this bit of profile setup, right, in a few turns is really important for like, we basically configured most of the important user, like we've basically in these however many questions, 4 or 5 questions, caught like 80% of the frustrating confusions with OpenClaw. So like when do I send you push notifications? Keep track of like my circadian rhythm, not like the servers or whatever. Another one is when I reference either in text or emails or in conversation or whatever, someone that's important to me, like know that these are the important people to me in my life and maybe keep track of my relationship with them. Flag emails from that person more than random other people. And then figuring out, getting a like loose idea of like what kinds of projects or what kinds of expectations does the user have with the way this agent is going to work. So then we got to set up personality for this. I don't have a name yet. Want to give me one? I'm going to say I just read a book called A Deepness in the Sky, and the character of Kiwi was really cool. Can I name you after her? And you can like give it a name. You can ask it for feedback and get suggestions on names. These dev tokens are temporary placeholder messages, so ignore them. So now this step is the one Julian's working on right now. Giving these things at first read-only access to your Gmail, like your email, your calendar, your docs, your spreadsheets, like depending on what you use, obviously. But a lot of people use Google services. This is a huge unlock. And this is the kind of thing that it takes like a command line and 18 minutes from start to finish to set this up properly with the correct permissions. You got to go into Google Cloud Console. You got to create a little app for yourself. It's really bananas. And so this step we want to make super easy. What Julian's working on right now, I can show you. Will this open up in? Are you seeing? Oh no, you're not seeing this. Share this tab. So, this is like a mock-up of what we're doing, but like, or of what we want to do, but basically make this just a card with permissions that you connect. It syncs and it blends into the message stream. And then like we've got a cool couple tricks up our sleeves. We've written like a custom skill that like can go through your like 100 most recent sent from you emails and build like a ghostwriter like profile of the way that you write emails. We can look at like the recurring stuff in your account. Like we can get some with just an authentication, get some really, really juicy like customization and start building out the private personal profile of the user in order to be a better agent for the user. And so again, when we can accomplish this screencast, God willing, it's this easy and short and pretty and bouncy. Again, this is one of those take it from 18 minutes and like you need a Google Cloud account and an OAuth configuration and a download the JSON and pass it to, like, it's really, really bananas. If we can make it much, much simpler, I think that's going to be a really, really huge win. And then the last step is connecting it to a conversation channel. We're going to guide people to Telegram for now, although if this has legs, it's likely we'll build our own chat app, but like to like live on your phone. But for now, Telegram is really, really good. So yeah, that's more or less it for now.
Sorry, 1 second. I have to go make sure Clark gets ready for baseball. But
yeah. Julian, how you doing on your end?
It's still just running in the background here. This is going to be a very uneventful coding stream.
Your microphone makes you sound like you're in space.
Oh, is it not? I'm using the inline mic on these headphones. Is it?
It's not staticky and it's not, I can hear you perfectly. It's just like, again, I wish I was an audio person. Like the range is like crunched down almost. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you sound like mission control. This is.
I wonder, hold on. Let me switch to the. Does that I mean, this is just a regular MacBook microphone. Does that sound better, or is it?
Interestingly, it sounds wider range, but it's a little staticky almost. I prefer your headphones. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with. But.
I mean, I can't hear myself, so it's mostly for the viewer. It's mostly for the viewers.
This is whatever you're doing right now is actually better.
This is better.
Yeah.
This is still just the MacBook microphone, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Amnesia worked really well on my computer.
Yeah. It just reset everything without a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an interesting. So this is an interesting problem with the dev container. So yeah, like I said, I've been experimenting with the dev container, and I guess this is an interesting thing to just talk about for the workflow stuff. So I have a dev container set up. The idea is that I can run Claude code in there with dangerously skip permissions, and it won't do anything to damage my laptop because all it has access to in there is the code base and its own like Linux file system. So what it's doing though is it's mounting the workspace in there, meaning that when it runs pnpm install, because it's I think it's an emulated AMD 64 Linux machine that it runs on.
Okay.
Means that when it does pnpm install in there, anything that's like a native extension on my Mac that has to run on the host no longer works, which means, which is why we saw that error when I tried to start up the server on my end.
Yeah.
Or tried to run Amnesia. So that's kind of a pain. I kind of want it to be able to run a completely separate workspace inside of there rather than writing to the local stuff. I don't know how that would work though. I guess I haven't really thought it through.
When you say you've got it running in a container, what do you mean?
Like it runs in a Docker container. Like Claude code itself runs in a Docker container.
But like you can access it from your file system, right?
Yeah, but when you install, so when you run pnpm install, there are some dependencies we have that have native extensions, meaning that they have to be compiled for whatever machine you're running on. So there's a version that runs for, so that you'll have distinct versions that can run after you compile them. It'll be compiled specifically for what's it called? ARM, which is the architecture that Apple Silicon uses. And then you'll have some that are running on for, if you're running on an AMD 64 or a 386 compatible architecture, you'll have a different binary that will run on those two things. So, but because the file system is being shared with an AMD 64 emulated environment in Linux, which actually I'm now wondering if some of the slowness is going from that. Now all the binaries that are in there that are created for that environment are now on my host machine as well, because you're mounting the workspace inside that container.
Yeah.
And when I try to run the same command on the host machine, like just running pnpm dev to start up the server, those native extensions aren't compiled for Apple Silicon anymore. They're compiled for the AMD 64 environment in the container. So I can't run both at the same time, which is kind of annoying because I want to be able to, while it's running, potentially work on other stuff. And I guess this is like the argument for work trees. Maybe this should be the inside the container should be working in work trees or something.
Did you fire up Conductor?
I did. Okay, let's pull that up. So let's go to Conductor. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do in here. Am I?
So in this left bar, hold on, can I write? Yeah, I can. Oh, dynamic camera grid. Wait, what? Okay, no, that's not what I want. In this left bar, you have familiar, which is the project, right?
Yep.
And then underneath it, it creates a default new work tree. So it gives it an arbitrary name. So when you click on, I don't know, was it say Stuttgart or something weird like that?
Stuttgart.
Okay, it gives them names of cities, or I don't know. I don't know what their deal is, but that's their thing. So it automatically creates a work tree. So now you're in an isolated Git branch, basically of familiar, and now in the middle you've got your chat and it's plugged into Opus 4.6 and thinking and all that stuff. You can put it in plan mode, all that stuff. On the upper right, you've got like, you can toggle between the file directory or just a change, a diff basically. And then bottom right, you can set up scripts, but I keep it on terminal and it's like a little terminal window. And now you have full access to your skills, your superpower, all that stuff. And you can be interacting with this and setting it on a long running task. And then let's say you're like, oh, I want to work on something totally different. You can go create another work tree and they stay isolated from one another and can run parallel Claude code instances without touching each other's work, basically.
So actually, so this is what I was going to ask was that, so it actually doesn't look like, so like I don't have, like my superpowers are not in here. And then my MCP servers
that's weird.
Aren't in here either, even though it found my Claude Code connection and it was able to do all that. So that's why I was like, wait, do I need
that's weird. I don't know why that wouldn't happen.
Because did that just work out of the box for you?
I don't even know if I checked. Let me see. Plan. Oh no. It didn't, but I wonder if it's got to be a setting.
Yeah. I wonder, well, let's just try this. Can you pull in my Claude Code plugins here? Or is this a completely separate config? This workspace and conductor. Oh, weird. Okay, but they don't show. Oh, well, now they're here. I feel like I'm being gaslit.
Wait, did it just start working?
Yeah, like after I asked that, now it's there.
Yeah.
I was like, they definitely weren't there. You saw it. We have a recording of it.
No, I just went in and I didn't do it either. So I'm curious if it toggled something in the background. See where it says one tool call? What is the tool call that it did up there at the top? Is it like enable? Enable?
No, it's just rename branch.
Dad, when's mom gonna be home?
I don't know. You should call her.
I tried, didn't pick up.
Then I'm not going to be able to get her either. Yeah, I don't know, Julian. That's really weird.
Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. It's all here now. Let's just do that. So let's see. So is MCP, are my MCP connections in here now? Okay, yeah. Conductor, Claude AI, although this doesn't have GitHub or...
I have a live stream question for you. Do you have the ability to control the resolution of your screen share? Because it's really pixely for me.
Well, I'm up to, I can do, I'm on 720p right now, but I can do up to 1080, but I think I have to restart the stream to do that.
Never mind. I don't know that that's a you side issue though, Julian, as much as a...
Are you saying it's a Nick problem?
Well, yeah, his Wi-Fi. I mean, or what I'm seeing pixelated too, but it's significantly worse than 720.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be my connection's not fast enough to stream.
It's a bandwidth thing on somebody's end.
Yeah. Wait, so is it like illegible? Like you can't read anything that's on my screen?
I can, but it's hard.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's not a deal breaker. It's fine. Wait, so Kyle, you're back.
Very briefly.
Yeah.
Questions, reactions before you go? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, I love. So, I mean, I will say that like when OpenClaw started blowing up, I was like, this seems awesome. I ain't got time for that. Like I could just tell. I was like, there's going to be a startup cost to this time that I'm just not willing to put in right now. And I kind of was like, I'll let everybody else figure that out. And then but like, yeah, if I can just connect through prompting, and like a slick UI, that would reduce obviously an enormous amount of friction for like the average Joe. So I dig it. I dig the vision.
Just trying to, I thank you for that. There's just so much.
Why do you have to eat the cost though? Like for now, why can't you?
Well, what we're doing with our early users is like, for simplicity's sake, saying, okay, so grand scheme, I believe that managing API keys is gross for most people, including technical people, definitely for normal consumers. And so I think it's a simplicity thing. With that said, with our users that we've been alpha testing with, our basically our deal with them has been like, look, we're going to give you a few days, see how you like it, see if you use it, see if you have questions, see where you get stuck. If you within a few days, we'll have a conversation, and it's either going to be we delete it, we download the data and hand it off to you and tell you how to stand it up on your own infrastructure, or we're going to charge you to cover some of your token costs. And we've gotten 2 of those people already to pay to offset their token costs. It is not profitable. So for now, we are trying to just manage costs as best we can while keeping the throughput of learnings as high as possible, without just like lighting ourselves on fire. But I probably need to up that. I probably need to do another round of like hustling and shaking people down again, because it's maybe been a week or so since our last conversation about that, and some people have been using it quite a great deal. So anyway, that's the theory. There is like a new Stripe API that lets you like take a credit card and bill someone for like, you can like you can take their total token costs, and then you can put even a profit margin on top of it. But I even think then, in a world where like, okay, I don't have to manage the API keys, but then I'm like randomly surprised by a $300 bill that week, like that's not a good user experience either. So
yeah, I think a big issue for all of this AI stuff is how opaque the pricing is, and how opaque the like per model too, right? Like if I'm just trying to get introduced to AI, and I don't even know like what model I should be choosing, or like what, I'm just like, I just want to like see what this all is all about. I don't want to like accidentally rip through tokens and be like, what the that was a $40 conversation? Like bullshit.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Like I really truly believe that like if this technology is gonna have its like Macintosh moment, right? Like the beauty of the Macintosh is there's like one cord, you plug it in the wall and you're off to the races, right? Instead of now you solder your RAM onto into this wooden case, right? And like the equivalent here is like, you don't worry about API keys, you don't worry about meters, you just use it, and it's the job of the provider to like be profitable. I really believe that. Now
we're talking about
how close anyone is to that, how close we are to that, like we are nowhere even remotely close. But I'm also really an interesting topic, Kyle, that a conversation Julian and I have been having is, now that we're really kind of getting into the weeds, not just of this technically, but also of the unit economics of it, like the degree to which even stuff like Claude and ChatGPT are subsidized is absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
Like I just got this tool, set up this tool that gives me an estimate based on if I were paying per million tokens for the API, but I've got the Claude Max plan or whatever, so it's like subsidized for quote unquote builders. Wait, I'm gonna get you a real number. I've used in the last 30 days $3,658 worth of Claude tokens.
Oh my God.
And I paid $100, $200. I don't even know what I paid. So that's an example, right? Of like at some point the model providers are going to need to make money, and that's going to be weird. Like that transition might be kind of bumpy. And then yeah, I don't know. It feels like we live in an age of miracles, and to some extent we do, but they're like concentrated local miracles. And like when you zoom out and look at this for like, all right, what's it going to take for this to be a scaled infrastructure where like, 50+% of humanity is able to leverage this stuff at an affordable price daily? We are so far. So I'm like feeling very I
can see it though. Like if they, assuming they continue to release models, if they get to a point where a model like literally can replace a junior engineer, you can charge a lot more money than $100 a month for a junior engineer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like you can, junior engineer is what, at least more recently, 120K a year.
Charge 50.
We got a rule of 9, right? It's got to be 9 times better. So that's 13 grand a year. So it's $1,000 a month. Yeah. So Claude could charge theoretically for people like us, could charge 10 times more than it is charging, and that would make a lot of sense for a lot of companies, which is actually kind of staggering, considering how fast their revenue's already growing, and it's subsidized as hell.
Yeah.
Well, the question is like, how well does that balance out? Like, once they stop subsidizing, like how much is the drop off in people saying like, I can't pay that much for it?
Right.
Yeah. Who knows?
Wait, this has been super fun. I have to go get Daisy. How often do you guys do this?
A couple times a week.
Yeah.
You want to join us next time? You want us to give you a little link?
I don't want to derail you guys, but yeah, this is fun.
Well, you want us to just put out the APB so you can just choose anytime we're on, it'll like hop on or not hop on?
Sure. Yeah. You guys will have me.
Yeah.
All right. Always, man.
Cool.
Miss you.
Right, guys. Enjoy.
All right. See it.
See ya. How do I even get out of here?
I think you just close the tab.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
Bye, Kyle. All right. It's just us again, Nick. I think I figured out why he was going so slow.
Why?
I think at some point it introduced something where the tests were being like the test would just run and hang, and it would wait like a full 3 minutes before it would decide, oh, I should probably check what the result of that test was.
Oh shit! How did you determine that, and how did you fix it?
Because it looked like it got to this phase 2 verification checkpoint, and I know then I could actually see the test run happening in here.
Oh.
And then I could see it, and I was like, oh, you're just sitting there waiting.
You're just straight up stuck.
You're just straight up stuck. And it looks like it might be doing that again. I don't know why it's timing out. I don't know. Like it's.
Did you just punch your microphone?
No, I think that was me hitting the escape button.
Oh.
So it looks like it. Hold on, let me run the test after it made the changes that it just did. So I think I was just wasting 6 minutes at a time.
That's a lot of minutes.
Every time it runs the tests. No, it's still hanging. So.
Oh, I left my water.
Interesting.
Nelly, where's Henry?
Okay, that's weird. I don't love that. We'll see.
Right.
Henry's in my bed.
Okay.
We had a bike ride.
So that'd be really annoying if that's what was causing this whole time.
Yeah. Sorry, Julian. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Sick.
Should we? Yeah. Do you think there's anything to do? Anything to be done?
Yeah, well, I'm getting it. I'm telling it. Figure out why the test suite hangs. Like, don't just keep waiting like 6 minutes at a time or 10 minutes at a time for it to come back. So that's weird. So I'm going to tell it like, hey, what's interesting is like the output it came up with, even though it took a really long time, was mostly good. And I just had a few.
You mean the plan or the code?
The code itself was mostly good. I had a few things I wanted to fix, and then it was just taking forever to fix it. And I think it's just because this fucking test was so long.
Huh. Let me isolate which test file is the hanger. Render's CLI is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
I haven't used it because I don't think I've used Render since they introduced it. We've been futzing around on VPSs rather than Because they're expensive. Like those PA, they're nice and they're like they give you good UX, but they're expensive.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
This is another thing that I don't understand why it keeps getting hung up. Like, and this is I don't know if this is a Claude specific thing, but it just like it does this timeout of a thing that's supposed to be running, that's supposed to exit in the background, and then it times out, and then it still just kind of sits there, trying to read the output. I don't really understand what it's doing in that moment. It's really.
Have you ever started a conversation with Claude in your home directory and asked it to analyze your Claude home directory, your .claude home directory, and find ways to like optimize it, make it faster?
No. Have you? Did it help?
I have, yeah, a couple times. I don't do it all the time, but a couple times, and it's been great.
Like, I'm curious. Yeah, I wonder if I just call out this specific pattern, like if there's a solution to it. Like, see, so now it ran through. It did this whole timeout, 50 seconds, and then now it's waiting for task, but the task is just hung. It's not stopping. So I'm just gonna stop it to be like, go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's trying each individual test file to see if there's a specific one that doesn't finish. That's more promising.
By the way, I'm really feeling, while we're just hanging out here, I'm feeling really conflicted, but I think this has been so educational for me, building Newsy. Because I'm just realizing that, like, if it's just for me, if it's a hobbyist thing, just for me, it's too expensive to host on Render. But if I host it on my Raspberry Pi and make it local, like a local hosted only version of RSS, it eliminates the best feature, which is the social sharing. Right? Like, I can't do distributed. I mean, or I could, but it would be harder to do, many accounts, accessing my Raspberry Pi from the cloud, and like having people's profiles be discoverable to one another and all that stuff. I mean, I probably could map a URL to like Tailscale, right? But that's not advisable or easy. And if power goes out at my house or whatever, like, it'll go down, right?
Yeah. I mean, the alternative. What's the alternative? I mean, you could.
I don't know that there is one. I even thought, like, oh, maybe I should just open source this. But again, if everybody's hosting their own version, there's no unified database, and people can't find each other to follow each other.
Well, I mean, the solution here is to
federate it.
Build it as an app proto app.
Yeah.
And where Newsy itself is the real, probably the main node that most people just join if they don't want to host it themselves. But then if you host it yourself, you can still see everybody else's nodes, which is interesting. That could be a fun way to that could be a fun exploration on where to take Newsy next. I still think App Proto is so cool, and I really want to build something on it.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm going to run this for a little bit again. So I'm going to run this. So I'm going to compact. And then I'm going to run this again and see. So now it fixed that test thing. So maybe I'm going to see if I run this again and if it still gets stuck, which would be really annoying. Carl never showed up, huh? I don't think he's here.
He is, or you don't think he is?
I don't. He is not here.
I mean, he's reading Project Hail Mary right now.
Who is?
Carl.
Who's Carl?
My friend.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Cool. All right, the test don't.
CLI isn't surfacing the job logs. Render keeps.
Hi, Nelly.
Hi, Julian.
How's spring break?
Good.
Cool. What'd you get up to?
Lazy.
Lazy?
Yeah.
That's the best way to spend spring break.
Yeah, I know. It's twice as bad. And also twice as heavy. Now, mushroom pizza rolls and light dragon right above me. Should I go to her? What? Should I go to light dragon night? Yeah. She's right above me, but it's pretty high up. I don't think my snack cruiser can get that high without taking a dip. What's high up? Should I fail? No, that's why my machine.
I haven't been compacted in a while. Is that weird?
I mean, it's just phrasing is funny. I like you, the person, Nick, has not been compacted in a while.
Yeah. Maybe everyone needs a good compacting every now and again.
Is that was that a Freudian slip, or is that really what you meant? Is that are you not talking about your context that you maintain instead of Claude Code?
Yeah, both. No, it's Claude. I haven't been. I didn't even notice until I just saw you compacting.
Yeah, I do so fairly aggressively, just because, like, I find that once you get past about 200,000 tokens, it starts to, whatever, the attention mechanisms don't work as well. Like, they start to, like, diverge from, like, from paying attention to what's actually important on the task that it's working on.
Yeah.
So I'll do that every, like, probably around 200,000 tokens. Although last night, like, from letting it run overnight, trying to build the first version of this, it did get to like 850,000 tokens or something like that. They got pretty close to the limit.
I love that.
Which actually, I still got some usage left for today, or for this current session.
I'm imagining what a snake suffering from flatulence is going to look like.
I don't know, baby, but I'm on the phone with Julian.
Okay.
I gotta see. Yeah, I might, and I also might try to turn off high effort thinking, because this is pretty slow.
Yeah, why don't you do that now and see if it works?
Because I'm worried it won't do this set of tasks that it's already defined. Although, like, yeah, you know what?
No, it will.
Like, I'm worried that
It'll do it. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Technical one about Telegram. Yeah. How are we going to automate all that, like, bot father bullshit?
Yeah, there's two ways. One is we manually create a pool of Telegram bots that we own, that we manage directly, and then we add them into the database as in like an import task. And then there's, most of them are, the new ones are dormant and unassigned. And then when somebody sets up Telegram, then we pull one from the pool and set it up as somebody's familiar.
And like dynamically update its name and stuff, right?
Yeah, dynamically update its name and all that fun stuff.
The other one is like build our own bot father equivalent.
Well, you can't. The Telegram doesn't let you do that.
How did bot father do it?
Well, because bot father is run by Telegram.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes some sense.
Yeah. So. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That one task just took 38 seconds. Was it just? Maybe the high effort is too much. That one took 10 seconds. Spec review took 10 seconds.
Man,
I wonder if the high effort is just like, watch, it's gonna zoom through this in like 5 minutes now. Yeah, I wonder if the high effort thinking with the higher quality, and then like it's so hard to tell when like you're being everything's behind this opaque wall, right? So it's like, does the fast think does the high effort thinking really need to be that slow, and does it actually cost them more to run it faster, or is that just an artificial constraint for them to make more money? And
I don't know, man. Would you consider peanut butter a sauce and condiment category?
No, because it's a primary ingredient. Like, you typically wouldn't use. Well, I guess it's like oh man.
So gross.
Is that like in the same way that like a hot dog is a taco?
Kind of. Well, you want to start a flame war. That's a good way to do it.
Scram.
So like, what I was gonna say was, soy sauce, for example, is a condiment. It's not a primary ingredient, but it is a primary ingredient in a lot of recipes.
Yeah.
Or I guess you wouldn't consider it a primary ingredient, would you? Like, it's
I would consider a primary ingredient the pure or processed form of only one thing. So like, which is interesting because by that definition, I don't think peanut butter would be a primary ingredient either, because there's more than just peanuts in it, right? There's like oils and stuff like that, usually. I guess it doesn't have to.
Well, but aren't the oils in the peanut butter just peanut oil that came out of the peanuts when you were making it?
Not always.
Really?
But I guess, let's say, yeah, I guess organic pure peanut butter. Sure. So soy sauce is a what? Like fermented soy, right?
Yeah.
And
it's brewed, but sure. Yeah, it's like there's a process. You take soybeans and you put them through some process, and then at the end of it you get soy sauce.
But do you add more stuff?
Probably. I don't think soy sauce is just like a let's see. Soy sauce. How it's made. Okay, this is flying through this now so fast that I don't trust it.
Well, we'll see, right?
Fermenting soy. Okay, so yes, it's a fermentation process. Fermenting soybeans and roasted wheat with salt water and aspergillus mold over several months.
Okay, so I would consider salt to not be in contradiction with our primary thing because it's a molecular additive. I would not consider water to be like anything that's its pure form and it just has maybe salt or water. I would say that's still the pure form.
Mm-hmm.
But if it adds something totally different, which I guess if you're adding bacteria or fungi, you are adding something pretty different.
Yeah.
In the same way that like bread is technically processed, right? Because it's like wheat is the original thing, and then you're adding water, salt, okay, but like also yeast, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm trying to think of stuff like, but like mayonnaise is definitely not a primary ingredient because it's like eggs and oil and lemon juice and like all kinds of shit, right?
Right. Well, okay, hold on. But are we considering a primary ingredient to be a thing that is indispensable to the dish, though? Like,
no, I was thinking of a primary ingredient being like a food stuff that whose constituent parts are made up of the thing that it grew from or was originally.
Oh, okay. So for example, if we're talking about making chicken salad, you have a primary ingredient that's chicken.
Well, your primary ingredients would be chicken, carrot, like whatever you have in there are the primary ingredients. But chicken salad cannot be a primary ingredient because it is itself made up of.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on. There's an alternate view to this. So peanut butter. I think if you can make a sandwich out of it and not be looked at like you're a crazy person, it's probably not a condiment, right?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Like that sounds like a good definition for me. Right?
That's a fair thought experiment.
So if you made a ketchup sandwich, people would look at you pretty weird for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you made a peanut butter sandwich, no. If you made a butter sandwich,
on the fence.
You're on the fence. If you made a mayonnaise sandwich, people would look at you funny.
Yeah. I bet people do that all the time though.
Probably, but like it's not a widespread accepted sandwich ingredient.
Nope.
Like salt sandwich. Like you wouldn't call it a complete sandwich if you just had mayonnaise in there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a salt sandwich.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
I think you're the one who told me this joke. Two peanuts walked into the park. One was a salted peanut.
Yep. That's a famous Monty Python sketch.
Was that from Monty Python?
I mean, that's the first place I heard about it. One peanut was assaulted. ...
Peanut.
Monty Python. So the joke on that was. Oh, why can't I find it? Hi, Kendra, my love bug. You okay?
Too much.
Everything is too much. I can't find it on the internet quickly, but the joke was that in it's so good. I love Monty Python so much. Just the levels of absurdity. The joke was that when the Nazis in World War II learned of the Manhattan Project, they too wanted to come up with their own super weapon.
Naturally.
So they. That's you. So they hired like defector English joke writers to come up with a joke that would be so funny people would die in English, but its translation made no sense in German, so they would be immune to it. And the whole sketch, they're saying that joke in German, so it makes no sense. It's like, yeah, wann ist an Schlagelmeier, and like everyone's like looking at each other like, what is this? And then they go out into like and then like there's this scene where it's like, a foxhole, like a foxhole in France, and like the shooting of the gun stops, and there's like a silence, and a German sticks his head out of the hole and yells the joke, and the translator on the English side starts laughing and then falls over dead. And then they're like, what is that? What is this? And then they start to translate it. And then as the joke spreads, like one peanut was assaulted, peanut. And then like one by one, the English start falling over dead in the foxhole. And the Nazis are like, we've developed this perfect super weapon. It's so weird. It takes like 20 minutes to set that joke up. And just the idea of like, World War II, and instead of guns, they're yelling jokes across the foxholes.
Oh yeah, Monty Python's so good. It's so good.
I gotta start getting my kids into that.
You know what was? Oh, I have this very distinct memory from when I was a kid. We used to get PC Gamer magazine, and it would always come with a CD that had a bunch of demos on it. And one of them was a Monty Python like click-through game.
Okay.
Where they had the scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they go up to the French castle and there's the French soldier that just like is just hurling insults at the English.
Yeah.
And they it was really weird. They recreated it in an animation style where it was, it's like the actual frames from the movie, but then like they were like moving the guy's hands as like independent things where he like taps his head.
Yep.
And me and Gabe played through that so many times because we found it so fucking funny.
Yeah.
We just
How old
couldn't
were you
stop.
when you
I was probably like 9 and Gabe was probably like 6.
Oh man, maybe we should watch that tonight with the kids.
You guys should 100% watch
Kendra?
Python and the Holy Grail.
Do you want to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail with the kids tonight?
Yeah.
Does that sound fun? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wow, that finished.
Done. The app's done, right?
Yeah, it's done. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it flagged a known risk. So now, all right, so let's do another compaction. Like this is turning into a monster branch.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what this looks like now.
Yes.
Oh, actually, it didn't do.
Whatever happening to the Garrett's.
What didn't do what?
It didn't blow up the number of changed files all that much, actually. I'm curious what it did in here now. Let's see.
Okay.
Interesting. This. Okay, that's better. That's better than it was before. I like that. So for the background on this, Nick, what it was doing was a couple different things. Is this callback used to be all like it was just like a giant function body that included everything that was in this service method, and it was doing like direct inline like string HTML rendering, and I'm just like, nope, don't do that. So now we're using like the like templating thing from the templating stuff that comes with Adonis.js to do that. This all looks good. This all looks good. Okay, so that's interesting. It's still using these URLs at the top here, so that's weird. I wonder in these scopes. I'll look into that later.
How much I love you? What are these? What are they? Sweaty peanuts?
Yeah.
I love them.
So like good peanuts.
Yeah.
I love sweaty peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bro.
I'm gonna take the kids to an escape room tomorrow. I'm gonna do like a half day at work.
Tell them they can't come home unless they escape.
Exactly. They have to earn their ride home. And then we'll take them on Friday. And we have to decide what we want them to do. At all.
All right, I'm gonna do a deeper dive on this later. I'm just gonna let it finish. It's a sub-agent driven development. Let's go to work on plan 2 now.
If you're watching this, then you are one of 8 people in the United States with clearance to view this information. In fact, I myself will be shot next to this facility. Really, of all America's secrets, the most embarrassing was
plan / 2026.
Quickly gained a reputation as America's silliest president. He waged war on Kennedy, subpoenaed 6 ladies to the Supreme Court, and issued the cessation proclamation.
No.
I think sitting on this bench every day is making my spine and my butt cheeks die.
I mean, it's not the best ergonomic situation for you.
But I don't have any room for like a proper desk chair.
You don't have one at your desk in your room over there? I
have like a rolling filing cabinet with like a pad on top.
Oh, all right.
And I usually use it standing.
I mean, I'm on this talk. I spend 90% of my time on this couch, which is not the best idea either, and is probably slowly turning me into a cashew nut.
Let's get a bunch of customers and then get ourselves an office with some desks.
Plan 2 should run in an isolated work tree per the skill. Let me just set one up or execute on the current branch. Let's just have it do that. I just do? Yep. Let's do that. Get merge main.
You've done a great service to your country, people. As thanks, I'd like to make you an official U.S. congressman. And Robert, you, dear boy, are going to unlock the mysteries of this great land. So I'd like you to have my president's key. And they chased me around and spanked me with a paddle for like 3 hours. While I thought Washington was a jerk.
Kick her off the team.
You know what's another thing that I've been noticing is like if you let's see if it actually does this the way I expect it to, because what I would want it to do is no, see, like if you deviate from how this thing likes to work typically, it like kind of like what I was expecting this to do was basically build the task list the way that Superpowers normally does, because I already have a plan from Superpowers that should know what it's doing, but it didn't. But I told it here, there's already an existing plan that was created with Superpowers. Use specifically the sub-agent-driven development skill, and it didn't do that. It's just like going to work, and it's not keeping track of the work that it's doing.
Weird. Why do you think that happened?
I don't know. I think it's because I stopped, compacted, and I said start with this plan, and it just didn't do that part for some reason.
Do you get throttled on Opus quickly? Is that why you code with Sonnet?
No, that's just the default.
I just do Opus all day, every day.
That's just, well, like if you use at least the way that I currently use Superpowers, like I don't tell it to use anything specific. It just kind of does it.
Interesting.
It switches to Sonnet for subtasks automatically. Sometimes it'll even use Haiku.
Interesting.
Which I think is probably right because I think it's probably right because you don't want it to. You don't need Opus for some of these tasks. Some of these tasks are so specific that it's like literally just plop. We already wrote the code. Just plop this code into this into this file.
Yep.
Or Guardians of the Galaxy or something. Yeah. Simpsons. Is this Simpsons?
Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what I just noticed? Why it's not doing it? I used this sub-driven development command, but it didn't actually load the skill.
Oh, weird.
So it's like, why would it do that? Ugh, God, these things are so finicky. Sometimes it's annoying. I guess humans are too, though. So. I'm really curious how this is going to turn out. Oh, now it's building the list. That's really weird.
God, it's so funny and weird.
But now it's not doing it at the task level. It's doing it at the phase level, which is weird also. Also, I'm going to run out of usage here soon. Although they did just give me a bunch of free extra usage, so maybe I can just burn that today.
Also, if you want to use me, you can drive.
What was that?
You see these wait a minute, what? Why does it say I have no Claude Code usage? I definitely have Claude Code usage. I'm using it right now. Yeah, I've got plenty of usage if you want to use mine, or if you want to drive while I'm here, or whatever.
Well, let's see how far it makes it. I think it'll be okay.
What's this? I'm
looking at the individual runs to see whether or not it's really verifying the work that it's doing. It looks like it's not doing a lot, but
what are these managed agents under Claude Console? New.
Yeah, that the Claude settings got completely revamped. So that's interesting. I haven't explored it yet.
Agents, managed agents, and they have templates. Environments and credential vaults. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it looks like a bunch of people are converging on very similar problems.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the credential vault is something that Anthropic has heard as a pain point, where it's like, I really don't want the agent to be able to see all the credentials that I'm asking it to use, because I don't want them to just be leaked onto your servers.
Yeah.
I wonder how many API keys are just like in the logs at Anthropic now.
Probably all of them.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. This is a much heavier weight task. Interesting. know, it'd be really funny is if my stream got copyright struck because we have The Simpsons playing in the background.
Oh, that's fine.
It's not enough for me to tell you.
And you hear like every line of dialogue?
I am hearing a lot of it, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna put my headphones in then. See if that filters it out.
I mean, it's not bothering me. I'm just it'd be really funny if that's something that gets me, like I said, it's something that gets me copyright struck.
Is this better? Is that filtering out ambient noise or not?
No.
You still hear The Simpsons?
It doesn't sound like your headphones turned on at all, actually. Can you hear me in your headphones?
I can hear you in my headphones, yeah. Oh, wait.
You might need to explicitly change the microphone to your headphones.
Testing. Better?
Oh, yeah, that's like silent now.
Aha, waka waka. Copyright infringement. The Muppets.
So this is definitely going faster. I'm curious if this is actually if it's working any better though. Or like if it's just doing dumb stuff to just get through it. Because this is the step where it's trying to wire in the new OAuth stuff into your card.
Oh, that's what you're doing right now?
That's what it's working through now, yeah.
What about the, did you also merge the context metadata thing into this branch, or is that a different branch?
I haven't yet. I think I'll merge it into main, and then I'll merge it into this after it finishes working, so we can see it all working together. Because that is a cool thing.
Yeah, check that. Yeah, that one. Check that one out. Shouldn't be too bananas. I had to do a little bit of back end work to get the stuff to appear the way I needed it to. But if nothing's like leaking nude pics of donkeys on the internet, then we're cool.
I don't love this part of it.
Will you comment on it and make note of what you don't love and see? I can take another pass.
Yeah. Well, let me get through the rest of it first. Hmm. Render system messages in the system message component. I think the main thing that I'm worried about here is that like the system messages are like we're finding them by doing like string matching, and I'd much rather have them just be typed.
Okay. Go ahead and like comment on that PR, and I'll take another pass.
Should I go get coffee with Roy tomorrow, Kendra? Probably 8:15. Would that be good or bad?
Are you just gonna feed this comment back into Claude and be like, fix it?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, we gotta go for it.
At least it parallelizes what we're doing.
True.
I might write, fix it, make no mistakes. hyphen mythos and see if it does anything.
What is this doing now?
Shit.
Added agent factoring.
Do you want to review with me? Oh, I know you're in the middle of typing something. How Claude's responding to this, or do you want me to just send it and then you can look at the PR?
I mean, I'm just waiting for this to run anyways. So, what is it saying?
let me share my. All right, can you see this?
Oh, are you sharing it on the?
Yep. So
Talk me through it.
Yeah, proposed design. Define a closed discriminated union in agentchat.ts. Replace the loose metadata optional type string with a tagged union where each variant declares its own payload shape.
Yeah.
Export type chat message metadata, type beat instruction, type compaction summary, type system context, type system thinking, type system memory, type system restart, type system tool use, and type system background. And export those types to chat message metadata type. Does that sound?
That sounds like a decent way to do it.
Okay.
And then it goes through and it says
that's also going to export a subset that should be hidden from the LLM. This gives us a runtime array for iteration validation, compile time literal union for exhaustiveness, and a type guard caller's use instead of starts with. Thing two, propagate the new type through the API. So this would include an update to execution.ts to import the chat messages metadata types. Update the conversation message transformer and rebuild the shared packages so both apps see the new type. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Replace prefix matching in the execution service. In execution service.ts, the lookup for system context becomes a direct metadata type equals system context, or equal sign to system context.
Yeah.
On the narrowed union.
Yep. I like that better.
Replace prefix matching in the chat message component. So basically rip out all that matching.
Yep.
Add an assert never on the default branch in a helper. So adding a new variant to the shared union forces the UI to handle it. What about that? Is that sound?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Because what you don't want is for a type to exist in there that the UI doesn't explicitly handle. Because that'll flag it. It'll just be like, hey, you can't compile unless you handle this case.
Yep. Decide the status of the 5 phantom variants. So I did put these in here as preemptive. I think we should keep them for now. I don't know if that's awful practice or not. I thought
I generally don't like to do that just because it's like, why are we putting in things that we don't know we need yet? But it's fine.
No, I think we can. Let's drop them. I'll say let's drop them from the union, and then tests. Add a unit test that to agent messages strips every member of hidden from agent metadata types. Verification out of scope deliberately. No change to how usage streams, events are modeled. No refactor of dev context message. Open question before I touch the code. Phantom variants. Let's go with B and drop the phantom variants until we know we need them. Cool. I'm gonna send it. Just gonna send it.
By the way, did you see our spam comment from today came from an account called Stubborn Sandwich of 5?
No. Private chat? No. Banners, comments. Oh, Stubborn Sandwich of 5. There's a spam bot called Stubborn Sandwich of 5 that's commenting on our live stream.
Did Kendra say that's me?
No, she said that's cool.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's the locked in plan. Yep. Deleting system message and the 4 icon files is a reversal of a chunk of this PR surface area. Want me to delete them or leave them in place as dead code with a to-do? Delete them, right?
Yes.
All right. Get ready. Man, have you ever done one of those services like Delete Me or one of those things?
No, but I've been thinking about it because there is a bunch of stuff
I want to
that
see
I've,
if
had like removed.
Yeah, I want to see if it helps, because like my spam calls and texts are quite frankly out of control.
I don't know that it will all that much for that, just because most of those spammers and scammers
they now have my phone number.
They now have your phone number. They're just going to endlessly send it to each other forever at this point. Well, I think most of those services are only going to delete your stuff from legitimate data brokers.
Yeah, and they're not the ones that are calling me anyway.
They're not the ones who are they're not the ones who are calling you. Yeah. Where are we? How close am I to the edge here? Ooh, 90% left of my usage for this session.
Till 10?
Till I have 1 hour left. 7 o'clock resets.
Oh, I think mine resets at 10, but
I probably
do you do the in the command line /usage command, or do you do like you open up the console every time?
I just go to the Claude code. I mean the Claude AI.
Open a new tab so you don't kill this session. Oh, I'm looking at my screen, not your screen.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know you could do this. That's
yeah,
helpful.
you do /usage and it'll show you. Yeah, pretty fun, huh?
Yep. I'm honestly just trying to get my. I'm trying to get my money's worth here.
Getting your old money's worth.
Yeah.
All right.
Which I'm not close to doing right now because I'm only 35% of my weekly usage.
When does that reset? Friday?
Saturday at 6.
Saturday? Dude, let's burn those tokens. Let's toke it up.
Toke it. Toke it up. No, cool. It is actually running tests and figuring out that it's failing. See, look, it's doing this again. Why time out 5 minutes?
Do you want to join Rob and me for lunch on Friday?
Let me check with Pam. I might have something to do on Friday, but let me get back. I'll get back to you before the end of tonight.
Yeah, and you're always invited. No stress.
But yeah, the answer is do I want to? Yes. I got to figure out logistically if I can do it.
All right, PNPM type check. You seeing this bad boy? Seeing all the bad boys on this bad boy?
Cool.
And then do you ever, I'm going to do a silly thing here. Do you ever use the simplify command?
No, but I think I do need to use it more often.
Let's see what it does when if and when let's see if there's an opportunity to simplify some of this stuff that I just am wrapping up. Hopefully, I'll have a PR for you. Post haste.
I got stuck again, which I don't like.
All right. Summary of what changed. New closed discriminated union with only 3 types today: beat instruction, compaction summary, and system context. The other ones were removed to be deferred. I'm going to try the simplify. Let's see what simplify comes up with.
So this is it did it again. It found a new way to hang.
To do what?
To get the test to hang.
Oh, weird. What is the WC command, like bash command or command?
Word count.
Word count.
Yeah, but you can use it for a bunch of different kinds of counts. You can pass an L and it'll do a line count. You can do a -C, it'll do a character count.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was the water closet command. Maybe flush your memory. Man, this simplified task is taking longer than the actual coding. Maybe this live stream would be cooler if we got like mission control microphones that we had to like turn on. It would be like, and then we'd say our message and it turns off.
Maybe.
Two real issues worth fixing. Stringly typed fall through sentinel in rendered by metadata. This is fragile. Since the function is only called once, the cleaner fix is to inline the switch directly into chat message and drop the wrapper entirely. Is that valid?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to diagnose the thing on my end. What
sorry. Stringly typed fall through.
Yeah.
And then over documentation on a couple of comments that narrate what rather than why.
Interesting. I don't have enough context to judge whether it's well. So let me see what this is trying to do here. Scroll down. Go down to it says deleting the switch, and it's replacing it with what? With another switch? Oh, if not. Oh, it's getting rid of the fall through. And then Okay.
I'm going to pick out some comments.
Okay. All right. I think that's fine.
Great. I'm going to commit it and push it.
Commit it and push it. Hey, why does it keep doing this?
You okay?
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to my wife who's
Okay.
coughing. I thought maybe she might be choking or something, but she's not. Oh, liquid vitamins down the wrong pipe. I see. Do you want to go on a walk after dinner? Okay. Yeah, you can take the kids. I need to say no to some of that extra stuff as much as I love it. Yeah. If you want to take the kids, go for it.
It's also just flat out not listening to me now. I keep telling it to use a 15-second timeout, but it's setting a 2-minute timeout on these test runs.
So is phase 6 wiring up to the card? Where it says front end icons, hooks, and components?
I think.
Or is phase 5?
I think consumer surface is the phase that it's doing it. So we're in it now, but it's like it just got stuck again because the test suite keeps hanging.
Did you already create like a familiar like Google app that manages all the
No, not yet.
stuff?
I was just trying to get through this whole implementation so that I can just do that in one pass and before we
Sure.
try it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we found the one that hangs.
The hanger?
Yeah.
Do you like that fun little 70s logo?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's my riff on another on a Japanese logo from that era that's not exactly the same, but it was.
Wait, so it's not Bauhaus inspired? Is this? It certainly looks like it comes from that school of design.
I mean, it's definitely got the Bauhaus and modernist kind of vibe to it. Yeah. Here, I'll show you the.
I was always assumed that is. I mean, I guess people all over the world started copying it once it came out of Germany, but
I saw this in an old design book, and all I did. Oh,
I see it now. Yep.
Oh shit! No, I just took it away. I don't know why I did that. Share screen window. So you see this.
Yeah.
So I just simplified this and then mirrored it for an E and a B.
Where did you find this? Where's this from?
This is in an old print book on. Oh, did I just lose Julian?
Well, that was dumb of me. I hit the back button. So where did it come from?
It came from a book, an old book of like typographic symbols throughout the decades of the 20th century or something. I could look up what it is. I think it's like a Japanese paper manufacturer or something from 1950. Blah. And then I made this one today. It's like a simplified version of it with the E and the B.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's obviously a little more delicate at a larger size, but
yeah. No, I like it. It's cool.
I mean, for a quick little thing, it ain't so bad.
All right, come on, man.
In fact, I'll tell you right now what that is. Number 461 from the typographic trademarks and symbols. So this is like one of my like designer gatekeepy like Bibles.
Yeah.
This is volume 1 of a 2-volume set by a Japanese designer named Yasuburo Kuwayama.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a taxonomy of like trademarks, brand marks. And that one, number 461, is the logo of... Okay, ready? It's the logo of an American explosives research lab. Isn't that
Really?
funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
461. Right? 461. Yeah, it just says Explosive Research Lab, Saul Bass and Associates, Dokumun. I think maybe that's the company, the designer, which is like, if that's a Saul Bass design, that's like some real good shit. No wonder it's so good. Oh yeah, category, designer, client. So okay, so the company's called Dukomon, and it is a Japanese explosives research lab, and the logo was designed by Saul Bass and Associates.
Cool.
I mean, it's just like page after page of cool, funky.
Yeah, it's funny how many things in design are just like they just keep getting recycled. Like that looks like a lot of.
I mean, there's only so many shapes.
So many shapes you can draw.
I mean, there's one in here that's check this out. Let me find this for you. There's one in here that's like very. I thought it was in here. I'm not seeing it actually. There was one in here that I thought looked like Airbnb, but like some familiar ones. There's the ABC logo.
The ABC. Wait, let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah, some of them are literally timeless because they're still around.
Yep. And some of them were Japanese explosive companies. Might still be around, actually. What do I know?
Oh, yeah, it might still be here. Okay, you know what's
That's a hell of a cover, isn't it? What, Julian?
You know what's weird that it just did? I think it just skipped a whole bunch of. I think it just skipped a whole bunch of tasks.
Well, that would be a bummer.
Because I told it, "Fuck you, that didn't work." Like it's, and then like yeah, the test started failing after the task 19 and 20 implementer completed, and then when it picked back up, it said, "I'm going to start on task number 22." So I'm like, sorry, task number 23. I'm like, so what happened to 21 and 22? I think this was too big of a task to try to do in one go. I think that was part of the problem. This epic was too epic.
The epic was too epic. Do you mind sharing your screen again or not? Are you?
No, I can. Yeah.
What? Ew, is that a slug? Gross. There's a slug in the kale that I picked. Sorry, Ken.
Slug in the kale.
Yeah.
Oh, 95% of my quota. Almost there. Let's see if it can finish it without. Let's see if we can finish this without killing it.
I'll come help you in a second, Nelly. Oh, Henry, maybe you can help your sister? That would be actually that would be a really nice thing. And you could maybe practice your teaching ability. Maybe in a couple of years, you could even make a little extra money tutoring other younger kids.
You don't actually know. You don't really understand something until you can teach it.
Julian says you don't really understand something until you can teach it. That's a monster. Both, probably. That's his head for sure. You need to like get a bucket and soak those guys? I'm sorry. I gave you such gross kale. I know, but I feel guilty that I didn't do a better job at decaling the kale. Next time it's in the middle of a big YOLO, you want to see that update to that PR?
It's in the middle of it now. Let's see. Shouldn't emit context indicator. Okay, that looks good. Yep, that's better. I like that. I like the way that looks better. Mm-hmm. That's much cleaner. Yep.
You guys both need to be more patient with each other and speak with more kindness.
I like that better. Yep. Yep, that's better. Cool. God, I think we gotta sync up the ESLint rules between for the front end, because I don't know why it's using two different sets of ESLint rules for the front end and the back end right now, and it just
weird.
You end up with all these extra. You end up with all these dumb, like, you need semicolons when the other project doesn't require them. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
But
where are those set in the packet? Like in the ESLint rules in the root? Do you want me to try to get to the bottom of that?
Yeah. Maybe give that a shot. But this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and merge it.
Cool. What? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I see.
This is good enough for me too. Let's merge that.
Which one was that?
That was the settings page.
Oh yeah, that was a fairly small quality of life thing.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna actually full blown clear context now.
You're so harsh with your.
I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this session. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not happy with it.
No, I don't want you to say anything. I just think it's funny.
It was fine because it's outputting code, but it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's see.
Do you want, really quickly, do you want me to conform to, did you set the backend rules and you want me to conform to those for ESLint, or do you just want them to be unified, whatever they are?
Yeah, default to whatever the backend does. Because that's where I've been doing most of my work anyways. Because, yeah.
Great.
So... Wait, Pam. But yeah, you can talk to me though. What's up?
No, just wondering if you're done. So you're not done yet.
No, but I'm wrapping up soon. Yeah.
Everybody's AI, so like they do their own thing. We also help them. But their voices are super weird. They talk. So yeah, they're so their voices are. Maybe it's like if their players try to talk while breathing in. That's like that. Like understandable. Yeah, it's like breathing in while talking for a little bit more understandable. So they talk really like airy, like.
Wait, Nick, can you see this? Look, this is so weird.
Sorry, I was reading something else. What are you looking at?
Oh, never mind. Sorry, never mind. I fucked that up. I made a mistake. I thought I was doing something weird, and it was me. It's me. I
have a question for you.
Yeah.
On this ESLint.
Yeah.
It's a file name case question. Backend uses snake case. Front end uses kebab case. Do we want to rename everything to snake case? Keep kebab case on front end only? Or disable file name case entirely on front end?
Sorry, let me finish this real quick so I can.
Yeah, take your time.
So I can pay attention to what you're doing. So repeat your question. Sorry.
My question is, it's flagging that one of the biggest opinionated divergences between backend and front end for ESLint is that file names on the back end are snake case. File names on the front end are kebab case. I think the convention is typically that React and particularly like libraries like ShadCN use kebab case.
Yeah.
So
that's one place where we can let them diverge because
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. That's one area we can let them diverge.
So I'm gonna say go with option 2, allow kebab case in the React overlay.
Yep. And I'm dead.
You're out of tokens?
I'm out of tokens. It's like being at the arcade. Sometimes you just run out of tokens.
I hadn't thought about that, but that's funny. Do we need a contingency plan for Marissa?
Yeah, I don't think it would be ready for tomorrow.
Okay. I will punt them to Monday then.
All right.
Do you think we'll be good by Monday, or when are you feeling good by?
I'm not feeling great just because there's like this one task took up so much more of my time than I thought I was going to.
Okay.
And I'm worried about what else is lurking under the surface. So let's hope for Monday, but be ready for like next Thursday.
Okay. All right. I will handle it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, man. All right. Bye.
Bye.